enough to pursue me.
You're more than welcome to slip on in this way. Okay.
Well, hey there, welcome to Lifespring, and thanks so much for spending a part of your Sunday with us. If you're new here today, we want you to feel right at home. My name's Tony, I'm your Connect leader, and we're going to get things kicked off here in just a moment with the band leading us in a few songs. The lyrics will be up here on the screen, so feel free to sing along and engage in the worship however you feel comfortable. After the music, we're going to hear a great sermon that I know will be easy to understand and relate to your everyday life. If you have kids with you, we also want to let you know that we have a fantastic kids program available for children of all ages. It's safe, it's secure, and most importantly, your kids are going to have a blast. There's still time to check them in too. Just head out to the TV in our welcome area and you can do so there. Around here, family matters, and we're willing to reach yours whatever it takes. We want to grow God's family, strengthen yours, and connect you with others. And now it's time to check out how we make that happen.
Every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 7:30 here at the church's family. On Sunday, September 23rd at 12 o'clock, we're having a chili cook-off and a cornhole tournament for the community. Bring all your family and friends. If you're new here, we'd love to get more involved. Nate and Hope would love to have you join them this Sunday at 10 a.m. for the pastor's breakfast.
If today is your first day with us, we would love to connect with you and serve you in any way possible. To help us do that, please fill out one of those white Connect cards at some point during the service and drop it in the VIP box behind you. You're going to get a free gift bag, an email from me and Pastor Nate, and some of our other leaders will reach out to you as well. At this time, please stand with us as we begin our worship.
All right, everybody in here this morning needs to know that we serve an unstoppable God. And if you know that already, then I need to hear your voices on this one. Heaven thundered, and the world was born. celebrate one another. But before we do that, I wanted to just give you the thought or the theme, the big idea for the day, for today's sermon, for today's message. It is this: big stuff happens when we are faithful in the small stuff. So be thinking about that and turn to your neighbor and shake your hand, hug your neck, and do what you gotta do.
Broad shake.
I don't want to jinx it.
Chance to practice giving, and grab your baskets at the end of the row and pass them down. If you don't want to give that way, there's also a box on the wall, and you can give online through the link on the website, and you can also set up recurring gifts that way. You could also download our app if that is better for you. So while you guys are doing that, I wanted to share a little thought for the next song. The next song we're going to sing is Chain Breaker, and that's a common one we do here. We like that song, but I think today I started thinking about it in a different way, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So normally we think of chain breakers like, yeah, God breaks our chains, that's awesome. That is true, that's really awesome. But sometimes it doesn't look like it's really awesome at first when He breaks our chains, because we can be wrapped up in a lot of things that are hurting us and really hold us captive. And so I started to think about the literal word chain breaker, and it turns out there's an engineering tool called a chain breaker that's just used for bicycles and other types of chains. And so I wanted to read a little bit about that. So the definition of that is a chain tool is a small mechanical device used to break a chain in such a way that it can be mended with the same tool. So then I started thinking about that song in a different way, and how sometimes God can break our chains and it looks like we're just broken. We don't feel that happiness happiness that comes with us being free from bondage. But sometimes when He breaks our chains that way, He can also mend them the very same way. So I wanted to encourage you guys with that idea as we sing this song. So just focus on it in a different way. So you guys can stand or sit whenever as we sing.
we just thank you so much for this day. We thank you, Lord, that your presence is here. We thank you, God, that you just grace us with your presence every single Sunday. Not only every Sunday, Lord, but every single day we can have that experience with you. I pray, God, that you would show us how. Lord, I pray that you would just give Pastor Randy to bring us the word, that you would open our eyes, our minds, and our hearts to what you would have for us today. And Lord, we just love you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Hey, that's some good stuff. Y'all say bye to the kids. Kids who are dismissed. If I say peace out to the children. Bye, kids. Bye, there we go. Make some noise for our children. Thank the workers for giving up their time and energy and everything. Good stuff. Golly, it's hard to come up after a song like that, man, and you just kind of want to bask in the presence. And isn't it so good to serve a God that always shows up? That is always here, is always with us, and always a part of our lives and what we're doing. And once we've received him, man, he will never leave us abandoned. And we can always come to him and say, God, I need you. God, I love you. God, whatever we're going through, man, you are here. And I just thank you for that. We got some just awesome things coming up. You might smell a different aroma in the building today. This is our annual chili cook-off and cornhole tournament. Today is a day of fellowship. It is free. Please stay if you can stay. Call up, text up your friends right now. Tell them to come on down for lunch. We're inviting everybody in the community to come and be a part of our annual activity. This year there is no cost. People have provided the chili and the sides and all the good things that we're going to enjoy today. And there's a little competition going on for that best chili. If you've noticed on Facebook, if you follow our Facebook page, Jacob just left to teach our 5th through 8th grade class, but he made a statement that his chili will win. And some spoke up on there and said, oh no, young man. No. If you have entered chili into the contest, I think we have 5. Raise your hand real quick. Let's see who's in there. We got Jacob, we got Glenn. You brought 2.
Who brought 2?
Becky.
Okay, wow.
Truth be told, we didn't know who the 5th one was, so now we know. All right, double entry. There we go. We had a chili mystery that has just been solved, so that is awesome. That's it. Hey, the more the better. Amen. But we're going to enjoy that today, and I hope you can stay. If you were not able to bring anything, don't worry about it. We got you covered. It's going to be an awesome day to do that. As you heard Tyler mention in our video, what we have coming up. Next Sunday is a special Sunday also in the life of our church. When there's 5 Sundays in a month, we do a combined service. So we have our 9:30 traditional service, and then we have our 10:45 current service. And next Sunday at 10:45, so the same time you're used to coming for this one, we're going to be combined. We'll have Miss Terry, we'll have a full band, just everybody together. So I'll be praying for that day. It's just a really neat time to all get together. And we're going to continue our series. Somebody say the neighborhood. All right, we are doing a series called The Neighborhood. And in order to really grasp what it means to be a great neighbor, in order to grasp what it means to get in our community, we are counting down the top 8 neighbors in the history of television. All right? Now, if you are like certain ones in the sound booth behind you that hacked my computer and know the whole list, keep your mouth shut and don't yell out the answers. All right? If you didn't do that, or if you missed, I want to fill you in on who all we've talked about. Number 8 greatest neighbor of all time was Kimmy Gibbler. Everybody say Kimmy. Kimmy Gibbler, just an awesome neighbor that was always there. Number 7 in my custom list here was Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Come on, great neighbor. Number 6 was Kramer. Oh, somebody, man, I feel like I preach like him. So I've been inspired by Kramer in my preaching tactics. Have you noticed that? Number 5 was Ethel and Fred Mertz from I Love Lucy. All right, some great neighbors. So that brings us to number 4 and number 3. And the next Sunday, the last Sunday of the series, we will announce number 2 and number 1, which I am still debating. I switched them like 7 times. All right, so we'll see next week who's number 1. But number 4, here's your hint. He is from The Simpsons. He's your straight-laced, do-gooder neighbor. Anybody got an idea? Ned Flanders. If you didn't know, here you go. Here's the man, Ned. Everybody say, hey, Ned. Man, we're even giving you images today to help out. Now, my mama didn't let me watch The Simpsons, so I didn't know who that was either, okay? But when I looked up about him, man, he's a good dude. He's just a good man. And if you can rock a stash like that, you deserve to be on a top 8 list. Amen. All right, so number 3. This one hit close to my heart. I love this man. If I could have 7 number 1s, he would be one of those. But the hint is the Taylor's neighbor, and he is famous for being obscured by a picket fence until the series finale. Did anyone see the series finale? You see his entire face? So everybody give it up right here for Mr. Wilson. What a good man. What a good neighbor. You know how we're talking about the Holy Spirit always being here? He was always there at the fence when Tim was taking the trash out. Like he knew his schedule somehow, and he was always there, man. When you think of these characters, you think, man, that's a good neighbor. And he actually stayed to his side most of the time. You think, that's a great neighbor, right? Most of these others were over all the time. But there's so many, as we've been talking about, different aspects and different things. And I couldn't help but think about, Mr. Wilson right there and how he was always there. And he always did his job. His job in that show was to be on the other side of that fence, to give some